Mission a go baby. What's good guys, Yoku here, and with version 1.2's live stream officially being over, we can safely look at the coming characters and the order that they'll arrive. Both Blade and Kafka are on the way, but for now I'm gonna go over Blade first. There's a lot we can do to possibly prepare for Blade, but the truth of the matter is, if you're like me, then you're gonna do a lot of nothing on accident. In today's video, I've compiled what I believe to be the more efficient pieces of information regarding Blade and how to prepare for him in the next 10 days. First up, we're going to start with the probably the most time consuming method, but it is the easiest. It's going to be the daily farming route. You guys have heard me talk about this a few times before, but essentially you're just going to run through the entire game and kill everything in the game. There is a website on Pridewind, if I'm not mistaken, that's going to track all the important enemies that you need to be looking for, and I'll link that in the description down below. But you're going to be getting about 30,000 from what I was told, 30,000 credits per full run if you were to do this for the entire week, or in 10 days case, it's not really 10 days, it's like 7 days, and then you can add the rest of it. It's about 210,000 credits. So it gets you pretty far, relatively speaking, and then we can add on from there. Your dailies are something that everybody should be doing, and whenever you do your dailies, after you complete all of this stuff, you are going to get a good amount of credits here once you complete, where is it at? Boom, this, I can't click it because the game won't let me, but complete your one daily mission. This is going to give you 5K just for doing that. If we come over to Pom Pom, where is, I don't know where Pom Pom is. He is, okay, wait, he's back here. Okay, so apparently Pom Pom has 3 quests a day from what I was told, that you can do this here. And if you do these things for Pom Pom, whether or not he's depressed or not, probably doesn't matter, but he's gonna give you these, right? He's looking for a disc, whatever the case may be. You're gonna do this, you're gonna come over here. Where are we going? Right here, boom, bam. Every time you do this, you get 7 to 8K worth of credits, to my understanding. I've already done one today and I received 8,000 credits for it. I'm gonna do this one live with you guys, and you guys should see that it's probably gonna give me another 7 to 8K. And like I said, if you're doing this 3 times a day, you just multiply that and then add that on top of the 210 for the week. I will now be delivering this to Pom Pom. Give me my money. I have delivered the goods. There we go. Boom. 8,000 credits right there. You guys could see that pop up. So let's move on to the next one. Next up is going to be from the simulated universe. I'm not running this because I don't have any of the Trailblazer power or my condenser coins to be able to use this to actually go in there. But every time you run this, you're going to be able to get these here credits. And then when you get the credits, you can get about 7 to 8K per run. And you also don't need to claim it. So when you come in here, you don't need to claim anything from this. You can just run through the entire simulated universe, technically speaking. And if you had enough time, you could farm all of your credits from simulated universe. And mind you, you're going to need somewhere between 2.5 to 3.5 million, depending on what you're looking for. So you need a lot of credits to be prepared for one character in its entirety. Next, I want to talk about your assignments. In your assignments, you can actually come in here and you can dispatch for money. Where is it at? The invisible hand. Boom. You can max this out. This is about 18K if you use the characters that are preferred for this. So every 20 hours, you're gonna get roughly speaking 18K per 20 hours. And technically speaking, you can get 2 of these. Like, you can get an extra one of these per cycle because it's not a full 24 hours. Lastly, if you are super desperate / rich, you can come in here into the Embers Exchange. I've already bought mine out because I spent money earlier on stream, but for this, you're gonna get about 80 of these, if I'm not mistaken. So you can get 80 of these, which is like 80,000 credits or so. And then totaling everything out, if you were to look at everything that I added up, and I should have it on screen here as well, you're gonna get about 75,000 credits per day. Multiply this by a week, you're going to get about 525,000. And then if you're doing this for the 10 days that we have left until his banner arrives, right? So let's see, we have, if I can go to the warp here, warp Loach here for another 10 days. Okay. So for the next 10 days, you have plenty of time to start this farm. You're going to be able to get a roughly speaking 750,000 credits just by doing this alone. This doesn't include anything else, any events, anything like that. Oh, and speaking of the event, if you have not done the event, you need to do this. You have literally, by the time you're watching this video, probably 1 day and some hours left. Mine says 2 days right now, but yours is probably going to say 1 day and like 17 hours or 1 day and 12 hours, whatever. Come in here and do this. It's super easy to do. It does not take a lot of your time. You get 30K credits per run. Every single one of these challenges, you clear it out. All you have to do is finish it on the most basic difficulty, and they're going to give you 30,000 credits. There's 8 of these. You are golden. Finish this out, and that's another stack of credits that you're going to be able to use to add on to it. You're already at a mil just from doing this alone. Not this event. I mean, everything that I just told you for the day, plus this event, you're at about 1 mil. As of right now, if you are trying to use Blade out of the gate without wasting any time on relic farming a new set, I could just easily tell you guys to go ahead and farm the Eagle of Twilight line set. But to be fair, if his new set is what you're really after and you don't have another ice or wind character to invest these relic sets into, then you'd basically be wasting relic runs. The Eagle set will be okay for him because of the wind damage boost, which the wind damage boost is great. And sure, you're going to want to be able to advance forward. No one's going to complain about this. Every time you use your ultimate, you're going to get an action advance forward by 25%. That's not bad whatsoever. I just wouldn't go out of my way to collect this set if I couldn't use it any other, like for any other character. If I can't use this for anyone but Blade, I'm not going out of my way just to farm this specific set, because these are 40 per run. And if you can't use any of these other pieces, at that point, they're just wasted for you to pump into something else. At some point in time, I might farm this set for a couple of pieces, but it's really if I have the time, just so I can test which set is going to give me more damage. But beyond that, I'm personally not aiming for this set, especially if I don't have Yangxing, which I don't. A follow-up to that would be the Musketeer set. Most of you should have a ton of spare pieces that you could throw onto your Blade. Let me know what your best Musketeer piece is in the comments down below. To my understanding though, this particular character, this set should influence his basic attack damage after he enhances it from using his skill, while also increasing his attack and speed by a small percent. If you start adding this with some of the light cones, then it could let you deal some strong damage with your Blade until you finish farming whatever other set you're looking for. It can also double for pieces to give your other DPS units or even your Locha, because I mean, all of you have kind of been saying Blade Locha combos, so I'd assume you want to use these things for him anyway. Now the last of the relic sets, and this is 100% a gimmick set, but it'd be really cool to see if it works, the Wastelander set. If you pair Blade with Silverwolf or Welt specifically, then you give him this set, that's a free 1-to-2 crit ratio boost right there. Now, obviously, this is where I would insert one of those kids don't try this at home type of disclaimers, but I actually really want to see it. And I'm serious. Someone do this and then report back the findings to me. As far as light cones go, from a face value, where we at? Hold on, guys. There we go. Boom. Nowhere to Run is probably going to be the best option, or your best option, for a 4-star light cone specifically geared for Blade. Again, straight face value. This is a battle pass light cone though, so if you've been preparing for Blade for a while now, it's more than likely that you've already been investing into the battle pass and you can just go ahead and pick this up. And it makes a lot more sense if you're not trying to snipe his signature 5-star light cone. The other light cone that might be worth investing into, if you happen to have it, would be Under the Blue Sky, solely based off the fact that you're going to get a 12% crit rate increase. And I mean, that can make or break you hitting 50/50s with the crits. Now, personally, I would hold off on investing into a light cone until you're finished farming everything else. But this is also coming from someone who is absolutely going to aim for his signature light cone if it doesn't break my bank. So at this point, we've already gone over the credit issue that you're going to run into, because you're going to need a lot of money in order to level up this character. And we've also went over what relics you might want to be aiming for. I don't really have a particular order that I'm going over this in. I'm just kind of giving you guys all the information, and then you can do with it what you will. But as of right now, we are at the Ascension material part. This is where the bulk of your farming is going to be. And this honestly may take you the entire week if you aren't refreshing. I know most of my free-to-play audience won't actually do this, so right now I'm laying out everything you would need in the event you're building a 5-star with a 5-star light cone. Most of you probably won't be pulling for his signature light cone, and that's okay. It's better to just be over-prepared than it is to be under-prepared, and that's the reason I'm explaining it this way. So right now we're looking at Star Rail Station for how many materials are required to ascend him from level 1 to level 80. I'm using Claire as an example of a destruction unit since we don't have this character currently in the game. You can see that you're going to need about 2.5 million of the credits and 300 purple books or so. I mean, obviously you have a couple here, but the 300 purple books and the 2.5 million credits are going to be your biggest drawbacks right here. Because of that, I'd probably grind these last, just because getting this in that time without refreshing is going to be hell. Now, as far as Blade's essential materials go, there's going to be a brand new boss. Yes, we have a big mommy Dami now instead of just Kafka, which, I mean, look, this is just Gwendolyn from Dark Souls and I'm all for it. Anyway, you have her essential materials that you're going to be needing to do. This is going to be a weekly boss once you complete this through the story quest, from what I'm understanding. And from that, you're going to have basically 3 chances. If you want want to burn them as soon as the character gets here in order to try and get as much as you need. Now, obviously, if you are TL 60 or higher, you're going to be getting 3 to 4 or 5 of these Ascension materials per run. And if you only need 6, as you guys saw with my demonstration using Clara, if you only need 6 of these boss materials, then you really only need to do about 2 runs or so, give or take, depending on what your Trailblazer level is. If your Trailblazer level is way lower than that though, then you're going to need to do probably all 3, if not wait until 2 weeks. Wolfbreaker's blade are these, your trace materials, and you're going to need a little under 100 because I have the light cone here for the 5-star. So it's 15 for that plus 73 for this, a little under 100. You can obviously do the thing where you're going to get a bunch of greens and a bunch of blues and then synthesize them to make purples, because purples, even at TL 65 or TL 60, my bad, aren't guaranteed to drop. It's still a guessing game. As far as the track of destinies, you should naturally have plenty of these from just playing the game. Oh, and the trace materials, I put all this in here that you guys can see. All of these are going up to 888. The basic attack is 6. This is just under the pretense that you're doing 888, right? If you're not doing 888 and you're going to stop at 7, then it'll decrease how many of these you need. If your light cone is going to stop at 70 or your character is going to stop at 70, it's going to significantly decrease how many of this material you need. So it really just comes down to personal preference. But I have this again in the link down below, or the description down below, so you guys can see what it is that you're doing and plan it on your own. Now, I don't believe we're getting a new world in version 1.2. So the Xinjiao Lofu has 2 essential materials: the Mortal Lumen Twig and the Shapeshifter's Lightning Staff. Blade isn't a lightning character, so we're gonna go with the Lumen Twig. There's 2 ways you can go about getting enough of these that you don't have to worry about it for free. Number 1, daily farming route that I mentioned earlier. I don't have a distinct number on how many you receive, but let me actually show you on my account. As you can see in my own account, I've got like over 2,000 of these materials here. I could fuse the green ones into blue ones and then the blue ones into purple ones. Don't do this though, because you're gonna get a lot of these from just farming in the next 10 days. So I would get as much as you can from farming, and then whenever you're ready to blow your load, go ahead and fuse everything. We don't have a form of condensed resin right now, so unfortunately there's no real way for you to save them up if you're all pre-farmed and ready to go way earlier than he arrives. Instead, what you could do is start farming for his Planar Ornaments and shoot for a wind damage orb plus the HP or attack percent rope. Now, personally, I prefer Inert Salcedo because it just seems perfect for him. The extra 15% damage on both the ultimate and the follow-up attack, increasing your crit rate. I love all of this. But Space Sealing Station could be cool too, right? It's just a flat attack percent increase. You know, you meet the speed threshold, you get another attack percent increase, and you can double down and build up Fleet of the Ageless in case you want the extra max HP by 12%. And this also boosts everybody else's attack by 8%. Usually we use these for supports, but because this is Blade and I'm under the pretense that his HP is actually going to influence his attack stat, or at least what he's doing damage wise, then yeah, that might help out. But that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I really just wanted to give you a brief and concise way to explain everything that you're going to be looking for as far as farming goes, what you should and shouldn't be doing, and if you're willing to invest the time. We only have 10 days. I was under the impression we still had 14 days, so that's my bad. 2 weeks makes up a huge difference in terms of just having a little over 1 week to grind for this character. However, most of you are way better at playing the free-to-play game than I am, and you've been saving up a lot of resources for this character. You knew you wanted Blade, and here we are. Blade is going to be coming out. You guys have so much to look forward to, so much to save up for, and I hope that everybody is able to pull Blade when they're 50/50s, and then pre-farming, you're able to immediately start playing the character, obviously after getting the boss materials, and then you'll be good to go. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and hopefully, or I guess not really hopefully, but I guess maybe I want you to enjoy the stream too. I don't know, if I saw you in stream earlier today, let me know, cool beans. Or if I see you in stream later, I don't really know when I'm streaming by the time this video goes live. That's a crazy, like, breaking the fourth wall thing. Whatever, dude. I can't say my user outro because it's inappropriate for YouTube. Smell you later.